couldn't believe it. My parents had found out not one, but two of my deepest, darkest secrets. Oh, wait, let me start from the beginning. Hi, my name is May, and boy, do I have a crazy story for you. Like and subscribe for me to spill the gossip. Growing up with my drill sergeant parents were no joke. I was woken up with a shrill whistle at 6 a.m. every day. And my parents ran laps around the block with me before I got ready for school. My entire schedule was planned out with military precision, and even simple house chores became a boot camp challenge. You made your bed in 41.28 seconds last time. Let's see if you can beat your own record. They loaded me up with activities like chess, horseback riding, and classical piano lessons, so there was no time for playdates. Sure, I was lucky to have those opportunities, but it could get exhausting and even lonely sometimes. But my life took a wild turn in middle school. Just as I'd stepped through the gates after winter break, I got hit by a giant snowball out of nowhere, and then I was tackled to the ground by some girl I'd never seen before. Gotcha! You thought you could get away, Adrian? What? Do I look like a boy to you? Oh, I'm so sorry. It was an honest mistake because of your snow cap. Just as she helped me up, someone threw another snowball at me. It was this guy Adrian from my class. He's the one I'm after. I've known him since we were kids, and he is such a butt crack. You want to help me get him? You bet I do. I hurled snowballs and commands like a sergeant till Adrian was begging us to stop. The girl's name was Charlotte, and she just joined my class. And we became friends instantly, which was kind of weird because we were poles apart. Her parents were super chilled out, and Charlotte even called them by their first names. The three of them would have water fights all over the house and eat junk food for dinner in front of the TV. And Charlotte was the artist type who was into painting and music and always had her head in the clouds, so she didn't have the best grades. Meanwhile, I was used to getting all A's and was more of a nerd, but a very lovable one. When we got into high school, Charlotte fell in love with playing the guitar and decided to form a rock band with me as the pianist. She also added Adrian to the gang as the lead singer, and his bestie Caleb, our school's parade drummer. We called ourselves the High School Dropouts because it sounded cool. I'd always played classical music, but being part of Charlotte's rock band was so much more fun. Maybe I just really enjoyed it because it meant I didn't have to play alone. I became friends with the boys too, especially Caleb, who often asked me to help him out with math. And of course, I didn't tell my parents. They would never support me wasting my time on something non-serious like rock music. A few weeks later, we found out that our school was hosting that year's Battle of the Bands. If the high school dropouts could win the competition, we had a chance of getting famous. So we started practicing day and night. Everything was going fine till one night, my parents caught me sneaking in late from a band practice. And that's when I had to lie to them for the first time. I was at Charlotte's place for chess practice. Did you know her parents are national chess champions in Uganda? Yeah, they used to live in Uganda, and they've been coaching me and Charlotte for this big chess competition coming up soon. Oh, my baby is really taking chess seriously. I'm so proud of you. Now that I had my parents' blessing to visit Charlotte whenever, I was always over for band practice. But it was around this time that I started seeing her a bit differently. Before, we were best buddies who could even fart in front of each other. But lately, I've been feeling nervous around her. Like one time, it was only the two of us, and I just couldn't seem to play the notes right. Charlotte leaned over my shoulder and placed her fingers on mine as she guided me, and it sent butterflies in my stomach. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? I suddenly had this strong urge to kiss her, but the thought startled me so much that I elbowed her hard in the stomach instead. Oh my God, I am so sorry. My arm just spasmed. And that's when it hit me. I had a crush on my best friend. That's why I was being so dumb around her all the time lately. And sometimes I felt I caught a serious vibe from her too. A week before our big performance, Adrian invited us all over to his place for a jam session and a sleepover since we'd be practicing late into the night. I was sharing a room with Charlotte, and I decided I was ready to tell her how I felt. But Charlotte beat me to it. I've been meaning to tell you something, May. Gosh, I'm so nervous. Okay, here goes. I have the biggest crush, oh my god, on Adrian. What? Are you sure? I mean, we're talking about Adrian. He's a butt crack, right? Haven't you kinda hated each other since you were kids? Well, I didn't know he was gonna grow up to be so cute. And what's hate, really? Just a form of love. I sometimes can't breathe properly around him, especially when he wears that blue shirt. Have you noticed how it brings out his blue eyes? I really hadn't noticed. I need your help, May. Do you think you could talk to him? Just give him some hint that I like him so he'll ask me out, please. I just get so nervous every time I try to say anything. Do you know what I mean? Totally. As Charlotte hugged me and turned away to sleep, I felt sick. I went down for some water, and as I was passing by the lounge, I spotted Adrian's dad sitting there with him.
Adrian, of course we support you, but are you sure you want to do this? What if it ruins your friendship, son? Dads, I've tried to keep my feelings to myself, but it's hard when we meet each other for practice every day. I just have to take a chance and confess my feelings. I should talk to May about it soon.
I gasped in shock and tiptoed away quietly. Adrian had feelings for me, and he was planning to confess soon? And my BFF, who I had a crush on the guy who had a crush on me. Oh, this was too much to process. I had no idea how to break the news to Charlotte, and I wanted to stay away from Adrian, but that was impossible since the high school dropouts were going into overdrive preparing. Come on, go say something to him. You promised. As I reluctantly approached Adrian, he looked up at me with a smile.
May, I'm glad we got a moment alone. Listen, there's something…
Charlotte thinks this blue looks really good on you. She said it brings out the color of your eyes.
Okay, what do you think?
Me? I don't like it at all. You just look like a psycho in blue.
Geez, fine. If you hate it that much, I'll just take it off.
Saying that, he took off his shirt, and I heard Charlotte gasp in the background and drop her guitar. Ugh, what did she see in this guy anyway? He looked like a very average Greek god. As if things couldn't get any messier, Charlotte had another shocker for me the next day. Look, I found this note in the bag I'd taken over to Adrian's house for the sleepover that night. Roses are red, violets are blue. My brain goes haywire when I'm near you. You make my heart beat harder than a drum. I have a crush on you, my sugar plum. Caleb. What? Caleb likes you? It sure looks like it. He must have slipped it in that night, but I only found it yesterday. Oh, this is so bad. I have a crush on his best friend. If Adrian and I start going out, fingers crossed, it'll ruin their friendship. Can you talk to him and let him down gently? I mean, you and Caleb are good friends, right? What am I, your boy manager? I have to get one to ask you out, and now I have to reject the other on your behalf? Please, you're my best friend, May. Ugh, of course I said yes. I went over to Caleb's house after school that day to talk. He lived with his aunt and her 4 daughters, and I had to introduce myself to all of them before they showed me the way to his room. There was loud music playing inside, and I knocked a couple of times, but when no one answered, I opened the door gently, and I found Caleb dancing in front of a mirror in red heels. He let out a high-pitched scream when he saw me.
May, why didn't you knock?
I did. Look, I don't judge anyone. It's totally okay if you're a boy who wants to dress like a girl. I mean, it's even understandable. You live with so many girls.
No, it's not like that.
I'm just saying, it's totally fine. Whatever you want to do or want to be, I support you. Let's talk after the performance tomorrow, okay? When we have some privacy. Love you. Bye. Well, that was unexpected. The next day, the Battle of the Bands was upon us. Of course, Mom and Dad still thought I was competing in a chess tournament, so I made sure to dress the part. Wish me luck at the chess finals.
Good luck, honey.
Wish we could be there. Normally, I felt sad when my parents didn't show up to my events because they had busy schedules, but this time, I was super grateful for their absence. When I arrived backstage, all my band members turned to me.
May, I really need to talk to you after the show. Actually, I need to talk to you too. I've been trying to…
I need to talk to you right now. Charlotte dragged me off to a corner. I can't wait anymore. I'm gonna tell Adrian after the performance that I like him. I really don't think that's a good idea. Why? He likes someone else. I overheard him saying something to his dads. What? Who is it? I think he likes me. But I swear, I'm not interested in him at all. What? You must have heard him wrong. It can't be.
And now presenting the High School Dropbox.
Look, Charlotte, maybe you're right and I'm wrong, but we can sort this all out after the performance. Please, we've worked too hard to mess up this chance. You're right, of course. After that rocky start, we actually put on a great show. I mean, I could feel Charlotte giving me death glares now and then, but our performance was electric, and we even got a standing ovation. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it! We did it!
I am still buzzing. I feel invincible, like I could climb Mount Everest.
And I finally feel ready to do this. And just then, Charlotte leaned in to kiss Adrian, and I felt my heart sink.
Whoa, I'm sorry, Charlotte, but I don't feel the same way.
Oh, really? Then why have you been so nice to me lately? You used to be mean to me before.
Yeah, because I was a dumb kid. I really like you now, but as a friend.
So May was right then, I guess. You have a crush on her.
What? No, I don't.
It's okay, Adrian. I heard you telling your dads that you had to talk to me soon about your uncontrollable feelings for me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I had to talk to you for advice because you're friends with the person I actually have feelings for. I guess now is as good a time as any. I like you, Caleb. I've liked you since the first day I saw you doing the Gangnam dance during the band's parade.
Okay, I was not expecting that.
Oh, me? Wow, Adrian, you know I love you, man, but as a friend, I actually have feelings for May.
Double what? No, you have feelings for me. You left a note in my bag with that stupid poem.
What? I thought that was May's bag. And May, about those heels, I was just stretching out my aunt's new shoes, okay? She makes me do stuff like that sometimes, and I'd really like to ask you out.
Now that everyone had made their shocking confessions, it was my turn. Caleb, I am so flattered, and you're such a cool guy, but Charlotte, I'm in love with you. I know, I've never told anyone I liked girls before, and you don't have to say anything. I know you're not into me like that, but I just needed to get it off my chest. Oh, wow, May, I had no idea. Just as I was wrapping up my big reveal, I heard the last voice I wanted to hear.
Well, this has been enlightening.
Mom, Dad, what are you doing here? Oh my God, how much did you see and hear?
We decided to attend your chess tournament only to find out you were never there. Instead, we got to see our daughter playing the piano like a rock star. You were so good, May, why didn't you tell us?
Because I didn't think you'd approve.
We never wanted to make you feel like we were so strict that you had to keep things from us, and we're sorry we made you feel that way. We love you, and we are so proud of you, and we support all your choices.
Before I could reply, we heard the announcer on the mic.
And in first place, the high school Dropbox!
High school dropouts! Oh wait, that's us! Let's go! My parents cheered on loudly as I received the trophy with my band members, and as we were leaving the auditorium, I spotted Aiden and Caleb talking. They looked surprisingly cool with each other, and I turned to Charlotte. Hey, Char, about the whole confession thing, I really don't want to lose my bestie. I guess I'll just need to take a break from the team to get over this crush I have on you. You'll never lose your bestie. Take your time, and remember, your spot will be waiting for you in the band. I took some time away from the high school dropouts to get reacquainted with myself. I realized that while I loved being in a rock band, I also missed some of my extracurriculars, particularly horseback riding. I still hated chess though. Eventually, I was able to get over my crush on Charlotte, and now we're back to hanging out all the time as BFFs, and Charlotte is my wing woman now. That girl is totally checking you out, Em. Okay, I'm gonna go over to talk to her. Wish me luck.